Alpha Pokémon are back, wild Mega Pokémon now roam the city, and we've even seen hints towards more brand new Mega evolutions.
It's a lot to take in, and on the surface things are looking pretty exciting. So let's break it all down, because while ZA is clearly growing into something ambitious, it's also becoming something very different from Legends Arceus. Let's start with a major confirmation. Alpha Pokémon are back. These were a highlight in Legends Arceus. Giant overleveled Pokémon that made every encounter feel dangerous and exciting. ZA brings them back, which is a big deal. It shows that despite the shift to a modern setting, the Legends formula hasn't been completely abandoned. But the real question is, how do Alpha Pokémon fit into an urban environment? Houndoom is seen taking a nap in the middle of the street, while a Watchog stands guard over a teleportation pad preventing its use. This suggests that aside from simply existing as threats, they may also play a role in impeding your progress until you're strong enough to take them down. Either way, it's great to see them back, and they may be even more interesting than before.
Good news for fans of fashion. Character customization is back and it looks more varied than ever. We've seen multiple clothing shops, a variety of new hairstyles with way more color customization, and even the return of fur-free style trims. It's a massive improvement from Scarlet and Violet's locked-in school uniforms. You seem to have full freedom to express yourself, potentially going beyond what we had in Sword and Shield and Legends Arceus. It's a small feature, but it adds a huge sense of personal identity, especially in a game that seems to be pushing its cooperative elements.
Speaking of co-op, wild Mega Pokémon have been spotted roaming the city, and defeating these huge boss-style battles involves multiple trainers battling together. This form of real-time team combat could potentially lend itself to multiplayer, and would make all those unique character styles that much more meaningful when teaming up with your friends to take down a Mega Tyranitar tearing through the financial district. We've seen this kind of scale before in Terra Raid battles, but this feels far more immersive and immediate. No menu grids, no waiting turns, just pure action. If multiplayer really is a part of this, it could open the door to raid-like events, shared missions, or even cooperative exploration. But at the same time, it could also pull focus even further away from what made Legends Arceus feel special. That quiet, solitary journey through an untamed world. And while the scale of these wild Mega encounters is exciting, a few new mechanics raise questions. For one, you can use your entire party in these battles, not just a single Pokémon like in raid battles. This could mean one of two things. Either these fights are incredibly difficult, or they might be a bit too easy.
Even more concerning though is what's happening with the catching mechanic. In every trailer so far, we've seen that when a wild Pokémon's HP drops to 0, it doesn't faint. Instead, it enters a new stunt animation, and when throwing a Pokéball, you appear to catch it instantly. No shaking, no failures. If catching is always guaranteed once a Pokémon is stunned, it could take away one of the most satisfying parts of the series: the tension and strategy in catching Pokémon. There's no need to plan your moves, inflict status, or hope you won't get a critical hit. Just hit hard, wait for the daze, and press A. And if that's true, it makes strong Pokémon feel less like a reward and more like a checkbox. Let's hope this is just for the sake of making an appealing trailer, because with Alpha Pokémon and Mega encounters returning, we want these moments to feel earned, not expected.
Something that does return from Legends Arceus is the mission-based structure, and they've even evolved. Where Legends Arceus split gameplay between the main research tasks and smaller side quests, ZA appears to offer even more variety and structure. So far, we've seen 3 different kinds of mission types: city side missions, wild zone research quests, and battle royale assignments while climbing the ladder from Z to A. This variety could help break up gameplay and keep the game engaging from start to finish. We've seen examples like helping a restaurant owner guide Trubbish to the trash, assisting Mabel the research director with Pokémon research field quests, and handling a group of Binacle blocking a boat. It's a good sign that a large portion of the time we spend in Kalos will be doing much more than just grinding battles or filling the Pokédex.
One of the biggest surprises is the reveal of Mega Dragonite. This new Mega form actually bridges the visual gap between Dragonair and Dragonite, something fans have talked about for decades. It shows that Game Freak might be leaning into some thoughtful evolution designs that aren't just about raw spectacle. This is the kind of change that doesn't just expand the Pokédex, it deepens it. If ZA continues this trend with other megas, especially underutilized Pokémon, we could be looking at the best mega designs we've ever seen. And we do actually get some hints about future mega Pokémon, as members of the MZ team are heavily featured with their own signature partner Pokémon, like Staryu and Scraggy in both the trailer and key art for the game. Choices that could easily be foreshadowing their eventual mega evolutions.
One of the most intriguing returning characters is Emma, and this time she's asking you to help her with the detective work. Longtime fans will remember Emma from the post-game of Pokémon X and Y. Emma was a runaway orphan taken in by Looker, and she becomes his assistant at the Looker Bureau in Lumio City. But her story took a dark turn as Emma was secretly experimented on by Team Flare, transformed into a Sentia and used as a weapon against you. Eventually she's saved, and now she seems to have taken over the Looker Bureau, finally owning her role as Lumios's top detective. Whatever the case, Emma's return doesn't just deepen the mystery, it anchors ZA in the history of Kalos. And with her investigative skills, your missions with her could reveal secrets that go far beyond battling.
But Emma isn't the only familiar face. Mabel, a high-ranking member of Team Flare, has taken it upon herself to research the Pokémon flocking to Lumio City. And in one shot, you can even see that she's still repping the Team Flare logo. So whether you think she can be trusted or not is something you'll have to let us know in the comments.
Now let's talk about the game's new antagonistic group, the Rust Syndicate. Their leader Corbeau is a poison-type specialist, but there's more going on here than just toxic moves and villainous flair. Their base is decorated with both poison and steel-type Pokémon, and we've even seen another boss-like figure wearing a steel-themed outfit. Despite Corbeau's spotlight in the trailer, it appears as though there are actually two different branches of influence within the organization. It's likely there's much more to them than meets the eye. And since CA hasn't shown us any legends or mythical forces like in Legends Arceus, it makes them interesting.
Their presence suggests something darker lurking beneath the surface of Lumio City, possibly tied to the city's development, corporate power, or whatever shady deals Quasartico might be involved in. This might be a story less about gods and more about greed. And in a city as modern and polished as Lumio's, that kind of grounded human threat might be exactly what the story needs. But how they'll achieve their goals will possibly require the help of some legendary Pokémon. Legends Z-A is shaping up to be a game of contrasts. Day versus night, team-based battles versus solo exploration, and wild new Mega Evolutions versus returning Alpha Pokémon. It's not just building on Legends Arceus, it's branching off into something entirely new. And while it's exciting, it also means ZA might be the boldest and riskiest Pokémon game in years.
If Game Freak can pull it off, this could be the start of something truly new for the series. But despite all these new reveals, we still have no idea what role Zygarde plays in the story. Is it tied to the city's transformation? To the Rust Syndicate? Or is it watching from the shadows, waiting to strike when balance is lost? It might be the most important piece of the puzzle, but that still remains a mystery. Let us know your thoughts in the comments.
And don't forget to subscribe if you want to see more. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.